Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today we're just going to use the designs on our embroidery machine to create these cute little cord keepers. You can use buttons to close these as well as Velcro. I have snaps from camsnaps.com with a K, KAMSNAPS.com. And I have a brother, SE425, and I know that that goes by a few other names and variations, but that's what I have and that's what I've used. And I know that most embroidery machines should come with these simple shapes already programmed into them. Okay, so I have made one for my embroidery and one for my sewing machine, and we're going to make one for my mouse as well as one for my hoops. So to keep my hoops together. Not that they get mixed up all that often, but sometimes they do. Okay, so I used some faux leather that I got from Hobby Lobby. I used my awl, AWL, my snaps, my pliers. I have same color thread and bobbin, scissors, and a nice soft stabilizer. But for this, you can probably use any stabilizer that you have laying around the house because this is going to be something that you're using for yourself. Okay, um, let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make these simple cord keepers with the designs that are already on your embroidery machine. I have a Brother SE425 and it's the same thing as the Brother SE400, but I guess we got an extra disc. Anyways, so what you're going to need for this is two different colors preferably, but you can use the same vinyl, or this is backpack material. Let's see if it'll zoom in. Okay, so that's backpack material, and this is faux leather that I got at Hobby Lobby. And you're going to want your thread and your bobbin to be the same color so you don't have any trouble. If you use regular bobbin thread, sometimes it might come up, but also it's not going to look as nice on the back side. So if you don't really care, it doesn't really matter. So you're going to want some, oh, of course I'm going to forget their names now. And you're going to want these cute little pliers. I got these at Cam Snaps. Oh, they're snaps. Camsnaps.com. I'll put a link down below in the video. So you can choose your pliers from plain ones, or they have these cute dipped ones. They might have more designs now. I've got these a few years ago. Okay, and this is Embroidex thread. I got it as a gift from my niece. You're going to want some scissors. You're going to want some stabilizer. You can use almost any kind of stabilizer with this, any kind of scrap stabilizer you might have. This is crop cover for like gardening crop cover. I use that on things that I don't have to wash or put heat to. So, you know, crafty stuff like this. You're going to want some tape. Maybe you might not use it, so you might not need it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Here's the other version of this. So this can also be used for bud keeper, earbuds. So that's what a lot of people use. So this one, come here. Okay, so this one has the bottom part here, the female part there, and the glossy part at the top, the tab part, and it folds over and clips in like that. Okay, on that one. And this one just folds in half like a taco. Okay, the male and female parts are on the inside. The snap is on the outside, and it looks nice. And it says embroidery. So that way I can tell the difference between, and anybody can, if I ask my husband or my son to grab my embroidery cable, they'll know it's this one because it's nice and labeled. And I know you can label it with a labeling machine, and you can write it with all kinds of nice stuff, but this is really nice and it's strong. Okay, so I made a video a few years ago about how to do it with SewArt, and then I realized we can do it with our machines. We don't need to digitize anything. I mean, digitizing it makes it where we can add all kinds of nice different designs and stuff, but okay, so there's those two. What we're gonna make today is mouse, and we're also gonna make one to keep our hoops together. So it's gonna be really, really cute. We're gonna use these two. We're gonna use gold and like this minty teal color. And like I said, I got this at Hobby Lobby. They're $4.99 a roll. It's faux leather. You get 24" by 8". And this is gold. It's 100% polyester. And some of them come with like a fuzzy back. Oh yeah, super fuzzy and nice. I like those. So this is gold, and it's very pliable and it's nice, but it's also thick. So it's perfect for these. And then here's the teal. Oh, this color is Spa. Okay, and if you go to Hobby Lobby, you can just download their app and you instantly get a 40% off coupon every time you go there. So, oh, this has a soft too. They probably all do. Okay, so we're gonna need, if you have scrap as well, like marine vinyl scrap or just like oilcloth and stuff like that, you can use that as well. So we're gonna use these two. I'm gonna cut about 6 inches wide on each of them, and I'll be, okay, I'm gonna cut these pieces out. I'm going to hoop my stabilizer and get my machine threaded, and I will be back with you guys at the machine, okay? Okay guys, I'm over at the machine. I've got my stabilizer hooped up, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the machine. And I'll go ahead and video this for those of you that are new. Let's go ahead and we'll place it on here. This gave me so much trouble when I first got my machine. I'm surprised I didn't break it. So you just have to like place it on there and rock it in there. Just rock it in there until it pops in. Okay, that's that simple. All right, so now we have this up here, and we're gonna go ahead and put our top fabric on, okay? And we're gonna do what's called floating, where we don't have to pin it or tape it or anything because it's such a strong piece and it's already big enough all the way around. Okay, so that's loaded up, and now we're going to go back over to the machine. And I'm sorry about the angle, it's just working with what I have for now, but I'm saving up to get a really nice whatever these things are called. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to look for number 10. And we're going to also choose stitch number 10, ironically. And then we're going to choose adjust, layout, size, and then we're going to make it as big as we can. And then we're going to push it over to one side or the other. It doesn't matter which side. We're going to do 2 at a time, okay? So go ahead and put your presser foot down and press start. Okay, and then we're just going to, it says finish sewing. We're going to click OK, and we're going to push it all the way to the other side now. Okay, so this is kind of like doing the tack down and the die line in the same step. If we were just using little pieces and we needed to know exactly where to place it, we would do this sew out onto the stabilizer first, and then we put our pieces over it and then run our stitches over it the second time. Okay, but we get to do both both parts at once in here, okay? All right, so we're not going to put our backing on yet because we have to put our letters on, okay? Let's choose okay. I really hope you guys can see this. Tripod, that's the name of what I'm saving up for. Because I've gone through a few cheapies. If you have any suggestions, I'm wide open to them. I need a good tripod that doesn't break easily and also doesn't do the jerky thing. It needs to be nice and smooth and adjustable up and down. Because right now it's sitting in a broken, it has broken legs and it's sitting in the top of a wine jar. An old one that I painted with chalk paint. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Let's get out of here. Sorry about all that blabbing. Okay, we are going to get all the way out of here. We're going to go over here to the letters. We're going to choose the very first one because it does a nice clean stitch out, okay? And we're going to choose M, and we're not going to do big or small. The bigger the letters that we can use, the better it is for this machine. The smaller the letters, it chops it up. It doesn't chop it up, it just gets choppy because it's so small. Okay, so okay, it's going to almost always tell you after the third letter that you're too big. So let's adjust, layout, and please leave in the comments if I'm going too fast. Some people ask for quicker videos and other people ask me to slow down, and I'm trying to find a balance between the two. Oh, cancel, I did not want to do that. Okay, oops. Okay, adjust, layout. Okay, we're probably going to need to make it smaller, but this is the point where we're going to choose this, the turn button, because we need to turn it sideways. Okay, and then we need to move it all the way over, probably a little less than all the way over, and then we're going to choose this button and it's going to show us where it's going to start down there. Okay, and then we're going to choose this button and it's going to show us on the actual tab itself where it's going to sew out. Okay, so I'm going to point you at the thing, at the tab, and then I'm going to press that button. It's going to show us where this mouse is going to stitch out. It's going to stitch out really big all the way across it. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller, just a tad bit smaller. It does not need to be that big. Okay, I'm going to go back over there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this out, and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, so we're back up here, but we're done with mouse. So let's get out of here. Let's delete all of that, and we need it to say hoops. And remember, it's just going to tell us it's too much after 3, so I already know that. I'm not going to keep pushing it. Okay, but I'm going to make it pretty small. Then I'm going to go back, finish, adjust, layout, and I need to turn it 90 degrees. Okay, and it looks pretty good for the size. So let's move it over here, almost to the end, back over. See over here how it does. Okay guys, this is where it gets really fun. We're going to click OK. We're going to zoom out. Pull this off of here. Probably don't need a step-by-step. Recount of what I'm doing. Okay, so this looks kind of bumpy because these are all kind of pulling on things. So once you once we trim those, it won't be so bad. Okay, but don't think about it at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this gold and we're going to place it all the way across the bottom. Make sure that it's all the way across the bottom. Okay, and then let's hold it and push it back onto the thing, making sure that this kind of just floats behind it. Okay, don't worry too much about right now. We are going to make it do the 2 rectangles again. Okay, we're going to click OK to get out of all the letter stuff. Go back into the shapes. I think it's probably just best I don't move you guys around very much right now. Okay, but I'm going to choose the blanket setting, which is number 12. Okay, I'm going to choose Adjust, Layout, Size, as big as I can make it, and all the way over. Okay, and then I'm going to have it go to the beginning spot. Okay, this is where it's going to want to start, and so I want to kind of keep this rogue piece right there. Oh, it looks a little bit higher than the other. Well, this is just an experiment. I mean, I've done it with a satin stitch, obviously, but using this stitch is going to be an experiment. So I'll mess up for you guys. If it messes up, it might just be totally adorable. So it's going to catch this bottom piece and take it with it everywhere it wants to go, but you might need to guide it a little bit. Ooh. I'm not a big fan of that. Still cute though. Okay. Alright, then I'm going to get out of there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just, oh gosh, there's so many ones that would be cute. Let's just stick with the good ones that we already know. Okay, everything should be good to go. If you want a little bit more security about this bottom piece, run those die lines on number 10 again, the running stitch again, just to kind of sandwich everything together before you do your last stitch. I have faith in it though. Okay, so they're all finished. Let's zoom back out. Okay, there they are. And there's the back side. How cute. Okay, so we're just going to be putting our all AWL through this on each end in the same spot so that we can put our snaps on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop it out of here. And sometimes my hoops get separated, so I'm really excited to have this. This specifically says hoops. It means nobody can steal it for their headphones or anything. And my hoops should stay together. And they only get lost or messed up because I'll put them on the table and an animal will jump up on the desk or whatever and knock one part of it down, and I'll pick it up and put it in a different spot. So then they're not together anymore. And so as I'm getting better organizing, this should help as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this into a rectangle for the scrap piece at the end. There you go. I keep all my scraps. And if you want to know what to do with scraps of this stuff, go on to Planet Applique and download some of the In the Hoop stuff, the felt dolls. A lot of that stuff can also be, instead of using felt, you can use the faux leather, and it's really pretty, especially with the dolls that she has. It's one of my favorite websites, if you can't tell. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the very best cutter, but this is for me, so I'm not going to go crazy about it. I'm going to trim all this stuff later. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. Oops, I didn't mean to push that button. Okay. Okay, sorry about my dog. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back over here with my mouse. I've also got my snaps. This container I found at the Dollar Tree. So I'm not sure what it was meant for, but I like using it for the snaps. This part that I need, oops, dang it. Part that I need is on the bottom. And I need a male, a female, and then 2 tabs. Oops, something jumped out. Some girl wanted out. I'm just going to set that aside because I'm going to actually need 2 sets of these, one for each. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to screw that back onto that. Set this aside. Okay, so the mouse has really skinny wires. Even whenever they're all clumped together, they're really skinny. So sometimes doing it the taco way, that way, is a little bit better for them. It shuts them in this way. Whenever you do it the wraparound way, it kind of creates a circle. And they don't really need a big circle for this tiny little bit. So I'm going to do this one like a taco. Okay, and I'm going to take some scrap that I have left over from whenever I started, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this on here. I'm on my table, but I'm also on a homemade ironing board on top of that. So I'm just going to try to line it up with the E and poke all the way through. You don't need to make it all the way through at that point, but you do need to eventually push it all the way through. And make sure that the fattest part gets all the way through, and that way those tab parts, they can go in really nice and easy. Okay, so that gives us both spots that we need very simply. Okay, and because it's the taco kind, we're going to need the tabs on both sides. I keep trying to look at what you're seeing in the camera and to make sure it stays in focus, but it's hard for me to see things through the camera's view. Okay, so go ahead and have it like that, and you can choose any colors you want. These are just the ones I'm using. Okay, male and female. And then you want to take your handy dandy pliers, take this one and rock it into, it's kind of hard to show you, but there's this little cup it has to go into. Oops. Wow, they actually hit us. Okay. Well, trust me, there's a cup there. I tried try to show you. Okay. So that has to kind of basically get rocked in between. There we go, I think. Yep. Okay. Sometimes you have to finagle it. You have to get it in between, so it's doing this. And the top part, the tab, will seat inside of that little cup. Okay? Okay, and then you just give it a nice squeeze, and that side's done. Okay. Same with this side. You don't have to struggle so much with the female ones. I'm not making any jokes, just saying. Okay, and then we're going to put it in a taco. Then if I find somebody using this for their earphones, I'll be able to be like, hey, give me that. That's for my mouse. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's not like it happens a lot. Well, let me zoom out. There we go. Okay, so I've got my cord ready. I'm going to put my mouse around it, snap it, and it's good to go. Now I can put it away in my box with my other computer supplies, and whenever I need my mouse I can just grab it instead of wondering which cord goes to what and it being a big blob. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the hoop one, and I will be back with pictures at the end. I hope that this was super helpful for you guys. It's been really fun for me. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. The reason why I wanted to do two different kinds, besides just to show you that you can do two at a time, was that I wanted to show you the taco style, but then I also wanted to show you how to do the round style, which is going to be more appropriate for our hoops. Okay, so we are going to still do the same thing where we taco it together like this, and we put our all, I always feel like I'm saying oil like my grandma did. We're putting our all through here. Make sure to get it all the way through. Okay. Okay, and on this one, we're going to have a tab on the top and then a tab on the bottom as well. Okay, so flip it upside down onto the gold side and push it through. Okay, so it should look like this. Alrighty, and then we're going to go ahead and put the male piece on the back. We're going to finagle it again. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to take it and flip it upside down. And put the female piece on, and that piece is going to be, oops, am I seated? Yep. Okay, so that piece is going to be opposite of this one so that we can do that over our hoops. So let's see, let's get it set down. Place that one inside, and then this is the best place for it. Okay, and then we'll wrap this around like that. Sorry about that. And there we go. They're together forever now. All right, now I really hope that this was helpful. I hope that what I said previous was helpful, but I really hope that the full product is helpful. And I'm going to do one more on some really cute heart-shaped whatever they're called. The ones for your earphones. I am I'm having a day. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.